No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Clemson's offense will take the field first. One of the biggest and best surprises of the 2024 season was just how good South Carolina was. That was evident when they went into Death Valley and fought until the bitter end and pulled one out against Clemson.
And South Carolina had a great season a year ago, but the cherry on the sundae was going into Death Valley and beating their rivals. Like, Clemson remembers this because Lenore Sellers takes off. It takes the 20-yard scramble with a minute left. Like, Clemson made so many mistakes, was very much in the football game. But, Jesse, this one stung a year ago.
It did. This defense for Clemson, they've got to be able to get off the field. You mentioned Lenore Sellers, David. He ran the ball 16 times. He was a workhorse on the ground for South Carolina. So, for the defending ACC champions, if they're going to get this win in this big rivalry game, defensively, they have got to be great on third down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He'll do it himself. Turning on the Jets. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Now the toss. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
To the air, it's Sellers. It's complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Turning it on. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos, a silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. After 45 on his way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wide open spaces. And he's brought down after a nice game. Now, Lenora Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the ground. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off, and this opportunity to put something on the board, David.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Big guy smells it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Looking for space, it's Randall. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Gives it on the option. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Get it out on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just run positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Grab near the marker, it's Moore. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Quickly out to the tight end. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Quickly complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Now the pitch. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a fourth and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
On the direct snap, it's Davidson. He'll pitch it. There he goes. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
And that's a play you may look back on when this thing's all said and done as a key play in the game. Fourth down, one the offense absolutely has got to be able to come up with. And I love the play call because you're going option and you're putting it on your quarterback to make the right decision. The pitch guy was where the ball had to go, and he's able to use his speed just enough to pick up the first.
And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clemson will send the punt team out. First punt of the day, and he'd lock him up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. And he's got his man along the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass. Got him downfield.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and then put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40.
Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He's got the tight end. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Gives it on the option. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They're working that left side. Touchdown, Gamecock. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Using his legs, it's Davidson. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Quarterback may change this route. Now the pitch. He's loose. Smashes him with the stiff arm. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman, picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving them some more space so we can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Just a short pass to the tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Reads it, fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Off the RPO, complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
A strike downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
It's nice to have guys like this on third down, on money downs that you can go to, and you know he's going to win. Hit the gas, hit the brakes, create a little bit of separation. Nice job.
Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They'll run play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Gets it to him on the screen. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Here comes the heat. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to run for it. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Moore. It's a running room. Touchdown, Clemson. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Sellers. A little screen to the running back. There he goes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4.
Brings up 2nd down.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Gamecocks line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Escapes trouble. Oh, out of space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got...
Racing down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. He wants to change this route. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Davidson. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Sets up the screen. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Bringing it back. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 39 after a good return on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking for a crease. It's Randall. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. He makes a grab. They make the stop, but he got the one he needed and plenty more. It's first and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll run it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out. It's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big pass.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Not out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he missed it. No good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To throw, it's Sellers. Gets it out fast. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really trying to make that tempo work here to get a little bit closer for the kicker. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. They get to him as he throws.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and falls incomplete.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the catch. It's Jacobs. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game. It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights, and David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Here's a heat. Got a man, it's Williams. Timeout is called with just a single second left. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He wants a big play here late. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Clemson! They move on top here in the fourth. South Carolina did a lot of crowing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been